Hey, and I'm back again. Well, the last time we talked about how I won my husband on a friendship cruise, but actually I won the money on it. He just came
With it.
with it. He was kind of attached to it. Um, this time I'm going to talk about a fun thing that we did. My friend had a crush on a soccer player, and he used to take the bus to get to the training ground.
The soccer
Now,
player or the friend?
the soccer player,
You have to be clear. You have to specify.
very well. Right across from the bus stop was a telephone box. In case you don't know what that is, because back then they didn't have cell phones, it's exactly that. It's a box with a payphone in it. You put your 20 Pfennigs in it, and you make calls.
Doctor Who, except his was a police box.
Yeah, Doctor Who, but not really. But
No,
kind of.
you guys, your boxes were different looking.
Yeah,
They're not
but
like
it was
the.
a phone box. More like Superman. You
Oh,
remember
okay.
Superman? He would change in a
Telephone booth.
telephone
Booth.
booth. Yeah, that kind of thing. So we cramped into the telephone booth, waited for the bus to arrive with the soccer player on it, just by coincidence because apparently we didn't have phones at home. So we cramped into that booth and we saw him exiting the bus, and we picked up the telephone receiver, and we were pretending to make a very important phone call and just being there by sheer coincidence. And he crossed the street and he walked by the box and he stopped. And he looked inside and he started to grin, shake his head, and he walked off. What we didn't realize was that the receiver was not attached to anything. It was just absolutely dangling in the wild while we were pretending to be busy making phone calls. So while all that was happening, I was dating my husband at the time. And like I told you before, we had Russians pretty much outside the walls of my city. So one time the doorbell rang and I went to the front door and we had a peephole in the front door, so I looked through it and I saw fatigues and a gun. So of
Time
course
to
my
freak out.
oh
The spy
exactly
games caught up to you finally.
that's exactly what I did. I just turned around and started yelling, "The Russians are here! The Russians are here!"
Oh my god.
I was absolutely going berserk, and my husband caught up with me and he said, "What did you just say?" I said, "Well, the Russians are coming. The Russians are coming." He's kind of like, "Do they always ring the doorbell before they invade a country?" I said, "I don't know." And he's like, "Well, I doubt that." So he went to the door, and it turns out were his friends. They were picking him up because he had maneuvers to go to. I had a lot to learn living with an American soldiers, let me tell you.
Yeah, because they ring doorbells. Unlike the Russians who would just kind of wait until you're asleep and break in and
Well,
then.
I didn't know.
You were living in a time where these sort of things were
Yes, I guess
common.
I know, but normally
More
there,
common on the east side, but still.
it's not common
Eastern.
to look through your peephole and you see a bloody ass machine gun.
Well, no, unless you're on East Germany.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't.
No,
I was in
you're
the
on
West.
West.
I was in the West, yeah. The other thing that the Russians used to do, the Americans had a channel called AFN, American Forces Network, which was kind enough to show live football games and live baseball games and TV shows. So they have a little bit of home away from home. So my television was set up to receive that particular signal. It was an air signal. So my husband was very, very excited um, because apparently he liked the Mets for whatever strange reason, and
That's not fair.
that's not fair. And he liked the Giants, so he used to watch them. But the Russians, and that's how mean those people were. Every time something important happened in either a baseball game or a football game, like a run down to the end zone, or somebody was winding himself up for a
Oh gosh. Dog attack.
yeah, dog attack, for probably a home run. At that particular moment, the Russians would hijack the signal and replace it with very hefty looking, good old fashioned Russian work women exercising somewhere in Minsk.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they knew.
Oh, yes, they
They
knew.
had a vendetta.
Yes, they knew. And that went on a couple of times. It was hilarious. Um, well, since I was living with my husband, it didn't take long for me to become pregnant. Yeah, lucky
Oh
me.
wow.
Yeah, I know.
Most people usually don't admit to that. They're like, "Oh no, we planned the child. It was a moment
Oh,
of
yeah.
love." And
Yeah, let me rephrase that. It was total and utterly planned. It was, as a matter of fact, so planned that it came to a total surprise.
that was a hell of a plan.
That was a hell of a plan. But in Germany, the law is kind of good about that. When you're pregnant, you can go in any restaurant or in any club without paying a cover charge or buying a meal or a drink in order to use the facilities.
I mean, they still have that here in America. But,
So that was very, very nice.
but yeah, it's nice.
So yeah, I'm pregnant and I had to go to the bathroom and I was out with my friend again. And I just had to, oh God, the first bar I found, I go in there. And I asked my friend, I said, "You want to come inside?" And she paused and she looked and she's kind of like, "Yeah, you know what? I stay here. I stay outside. I'm good." Okay, fine, no problem. So I into the bar. I'm asking where the bathroom was. They pointed it out. I ran in there and I finally sat down. And that's when I looked around and I noticed everything was pink. And in the door that was facing me was a heart-shaped window, which,
There was a window on the stall.
yes, in the door, heart-shaped.
So you open the door, sit down. There's just a window right there, so
There's
anyone
a
can
window.
walk by and.
Hello. Well, it was frosted window. It was
Still,
not just glass.
people
It
usually-
was frosted. It was heart-shaped. That was a nice touch.
Oh, how lovely!
Yeah,
That
I
makes
know.
it all so much better.
So, I really hurried up with what I was doing. I get out and I wash my hands and I look around and a whole bunch of very friendly butch women and we got into talking. How far are you along? Well, you know how the spiel goes. Blah blah blah. Oh, how lucky. Rub the belly. Here you go. And I walk out of the bar, and I look a little bit more and yeah, same thing. A lot of women around and everybody is having a good time and when is the baby due? Blah blah blah. Want to have a soda on me? No thanks. I'm good. And I finally made it to the front door. I went outside. And my friend is just pretty much dying with laughter. And I said, "What the hell is your problem?" And she's like, "Did you know where you just went into?" I said, "Yeah, I just went into a bar to use the bathroom." And she said, "No, turn around." So I looked around, and it was the famous Pink Rocking Horse, Berlin's premier lesbian bar.
With a name like that, it kind of has to be.
Well, I didn't check the name when I went in. But I have to tell you, the bar was very, very clean. And the
Why
people
wouldn't
there,
it be clean?
I don't know, and the people were very, very nice. Very.
Did you expect them to just rip you apart and like baby, and then like sacrifice it to some sort of
No,
weird
I
pagan
didn't.
god?
I didn't know what to expect. It
It's
was
a,
it
it's
was
a,
very
It's a normal bar.
it was very niceful, tastefully done, with
With
the
hard
exception
windows in the bathroom.
exception of the hard window in the bathroom, which kind of
Some people have their own kinks, I guess.
Yeah, that's true, which kind of caught me completely and utterly.
It would catch most people off.
Yeah, it did.
Trying to do your business, and then you see just a big happy face just kind of slowly over the window.
As long
Time
as
to
it's
freak
a,
out.
As long as it's a happy face, that's fine.
If it's
I
a-
mean, there's another bathroom story. Oh God, I know where that's gonna go.
What is it with the bathroom stories?
Yeah, I don't know. Once again, I had to go. So, I'm sitting there, and all I hear, but this actually happened in the United States, so I cannot blame that on Berlin and its inhabitants. And all I hear is, "Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy." I'm like, no, what in the world is going on now? Oh, good Lord. And wouldn't you believe it, whoever was next door to me actually started to pray. I mean, full force to the good Lord above to help her out in
In the bathroom.
in her time of need, which she did,
What?
because you could hear it.
There's a whole lot of times to pray. That's not one of them I
No,
would
she
consider.
prayed and she got an answer and she got her relief, which was, but
Oof.
holy, if you could,
They have medicine
if you,
for that.
Man, if you could bottle that smell, it would be a
Well, okay, I don't need to.
Hallelujah. I mean, that was against the Geneva Convention right there. It would take
Vacate the premises. People with hazmat suits come in.
yeah, it would take the enamel right off your teeth.
Oh, jeez.
But it worked.
Hooray!
For her, yeah. It never dawned on me to do that. I'm more of an XX person myself, but
Because that stuff works. It's better than,
yeah.
making the place explode. Anyway,
Let's go back from the bathroom now.
great segue.
Yeah, I know. Great segue there. Yeah. Other than that, life in Berlin was very calm, actually.
Well,
Well, what?
You lived through a really serious time there.
Yes.
And you're going to say it was calm?
Yeah.
They had bombings.
Yes.
Calm.
Very.
Okay.
Well, besides the occasional bombings and murder and mayhem and, the threat of a nuclear warfare, that kind of thing. Other than that, it was really calm. If you
If
you
that
know
sort
how
of thing
to,
happened here in America, everyone would freak out.
and you learn to live with it.
Well,
Ah,
that's true, I guess.
yeah, and that's pretty much it. Next time, I truly promise to uh, tell you stories about the good old United States. Because yes, shit just follows me around. I don't know why. I must have a bullseye on me or something.
It's a big dark cloud.
It's a big no, well, it's a silver cloud with a platinum lining in it.
That
Um,
sounds lovely.
yeah, I know it was. Until then, you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.